Hey guys, welcome to a brand new mini-series. Now in the past I've done some episodes where I go right from a brand new account to getting a bond, but because of a couple factors, mainly that bonds are like 4 mil each now, even more maybe, and there's just a ridiculous amount of bots in free-to-play, I thought I would do a more slowed down and thorough look at how to actually escape free-to-play from scratch with no bonds, no money, anything like that. I'm going to be looking over quite a few different methods and just trying stuff out and seeing what works, because clearly the main methods are heavily botted. So to start off here, I just need a little money, so I just ran over to the cowhide pit and I'm picking up just a bunch of random junk. Now this account that I have already had a few things done in it, mainly just enough to unlock the Grand Exchange. I had 3 quests done: Dork's Quest, Romeo and Juliet, or Goblin Diplomacy actually, and one other to give me 7 quest points. So I already have that done, but besides that, my stats are pretty much all level 1. I only have quest experience rewards. You can see here my bank is absolutely empty. So we're start off by selling all this junk. It's not going to be worth that much. So the whole point of this series is going to be attempting to show someone from square one how to work into a pay-to-play account. So I'm going to be keeping that in mind as I go through the series. So certain methods or certain stats I'm not going to train up. So for example, my melee combat stats, there's not really a lot that you can actually kill in free-to-play that's going to give you any substantial amount of money, so it's kind of a waste of time. Things I'm going to focus on early game are magic. I think crafting will have a couple options, cooking even, but really not going to waste a lot of time training up combat stats because there's just no point. As soon as you get into membership, you can do waterfall quests and get them all to 30 anyway. Alright, so the start of almost any account is going to be doing the Stronghold of Security. There's no reason not to. It's really easy to do and you get a free 10k. And getting that first 10k can take a long time sometimes if you don't have a good method. So we're going to go ahead and grab it, and there we go, we got it all done. So next up, then the most important skill I think to get up early game is going to be magic. For one, we need teleports because running everywhere is so painful. I don't want to do it. Next up, there's high alchemy, there's telekinetic grab for Wines of Zamorak, which we'll give a try, although I think there are a lot of bots, but again, we'll try. There we go, we're just getting some magic levels with just our basic strike spells. We're going to go all the way up to level 15 for now. So one interesting other method that I looked up on the wiki is actually profiting from using the Bones to Banana spell. I'm not really sure if that's going to work or not, but we're going to give it a try. We just hit 15 magic, so that'll be enough to cast the spell. Now we have to actually see if it's profitable or not. We need 1 nature runes. We're going to need a little bit of a margin. So because I'm kind of lazy, I'm just going to use this really basic method because I just need a little bit more money to afford the magic levels that I want. So we're going to go ahead and buy some things from the clothing shop in Varrock. Really easy early game moneymaker. If you buy the brown apron, sometimes the blue robes, and any other items here, they usually sell for at least 50 GP on the Grand Exchange. So it's not that great, but it's really easy when you actually have literally no money. Okay, so to train up my magic level, we moved on from the goblins over to these barbarians over in Barbarian Village. Pretty easy to safe spot them behind all these rocks anyway. So we just got level 25 magic, which will allow us to use a Varrock teleport spell, which is extremely useful. Okay, so we went to the Port Sarim fishing store, and what we're actually buying out is the harpoons, because I noticed that they're actually selling for almost 1k each, not quite, somewhere around 700 or 800. Now there's a spawn of 2 per world, so it's actually quite good. Now there's so many people here buying out the feathers. Like every world there's 3 or 4 people just buying out the feathers, because that is a viable moneymaker. But one thing we're kind of learning, and that you'll probably want to know, is that there's so many people in free-to-play, you really have to be inventive to make any money. You can't do just the basic moneymakers like buying from the rune shop or buying from the feather shop. You're going to have to find some unique ways, or else you're just going to be fighting with bots all day, which really sucks. Okay, so we sold them all off, and we're actually up to almost 20k, not bad. So we're going to go ahead and buy some leather maybe to get my crafting level up. Probably won't need that much, because what I'm actually going to be doing after I get a few crafting levels is making gold necklaces or gold amulets, and it's very basic money, but it's a really easy way to level up your crafting and still profit. So all I need for early game crafting levels is level 7. There we go, we got it. So it's like an inventory or 2 of leather, it's not that much. So now we can make the gold necklace. The gold amulet and the gold necklace works pretty well. Honestly, you just kind of have to look Currently the necklace is selling for the most though. Okay, so we're over here in Alcarid and we're doing gold bars and we're turning them into necklaces with a necklace mold. Now, like I stated earlier, this is not going to be a very good money making method, but it's a good way to get some crafting levels. And at level 20 we can make Sapphire Rings, which are actually decent profit. There we go, we just finished up the inventory, and we'll price check it before and after, but I don't think it's going to be notably different. Okay, so we finished up all the gold bars and we're getting tons of crafting levels. There's level 20 crafting, and now we can make Sapphire Rings. Now Sapphire Rings are very frequently profitable because they're used to make rings of recoil in membership and nobody wants to make them. Alright, so we finished up all the gold bars and now we're going to actually get level 33 magic. 33 magic for telekinetic grab, which of course you can use to get the Wines of Zamorak. I think it's going to be heavily botted, but there's no reason not to get my magic level up anyway. So we're here at the Hill Giants. I think I might move somewhere else though, because it's actually pretty slow magic experience because you only get like one spawn at a time. Might try hobgoblins later on. Okay, so we're just selling off our drops here, and we sold off all the gold necklaces, so we did profit a bit. The only reason to do this is pretty much just the crafting levels, which we are happy to get. Okay, we're getting quite a few early game crafting levels because we're doing a full another lot of gold bars. So still not a lot of profit, but we're going to chuck these in here to sell. Okay, there we go. We get everything sold off and we'll get all our money back. So now we're going to work on some more magic. Next goal is 33 magic for telekinetic grab. So we're going to buy a bunch more gold bars as well, which we'll complete later. But for now, we're going to go ahead and go to hobgoblins and train my magic. Okay, so it turns out hobgoblins are much better than hill giants. The reason being is that less people are fighting them and they still have no magic defense. The only reason people are killing hill giants is, I'm not really sure to be honest. But there we go, we got 33 magic, so that's enough for telekinetic grab. So we will try the Wines of Zamorak at some point, hopefully soon, and hopefully it will not be riddled with bots, although I'm almost positive it's going to be. So I'm trying out a few ideas I've had for moneymakers that people may not have thought of. Now the first one here is using the apothecary to essentially do a quick flip on certain items. So we have limpet roots and chocolate dust and cadaver berries. All those are used in making a few different potions, which are all pretty recent for free to play. Right now we're going to try making energy potions, but I think the anti-poison may actually be a little more viable. Okay, so we price checked it before and after, and it's really not going to be worth doing, although I'm going to try it maybe later with the anti-poison, because that one just became free to play like a week ago, so there might actually be more of a margin on that. But we'll have to wait for the items to come through. So next up, my next idea is actually making iron armor sets. So I'm going to be buying a lot of items off the Grand Exchange. You notice that I got these iron kite shields for 1 GP each. They just literally came through instantly. I don't know who was selling them, probably someone who was just smithing and didn't want them. So basically I'm buying all the parts here. I got the iron kite shield for 1 GP, the rest I'm going to get for just a couple hundred GP, and it looks like I should be able to sell the combined sets for 1k each, which is actually a very, very good margin essentially. Now the one drawback here is that there are 4 item pieces for item sets, and I only have 3 Grand Exchange offer slots. It was pretty convenient that the kite shields came through, but otherwise that'd be quite annoying. So we're going to leave these offers in overnight, and hopefully we'll actually make a solid bit of money from this. This is looking to be the most promising method I've looked up so far, so we'll leave this in and we'll come back hopefully when they come through. Now quite a few people might already know this, but actually if you're level 1 fishing and you do the Evil Bob fishing random event, it actually gets you a substantial amount of fishing levels for free to play. You go from 1 to I think 7 fishing, we'll see here in a second. Yeah, 7 fishing. So not bad, just thought I'd throw that in there. It's pretty easy levels, it's worth doing that one minigame. Okay, so we've collected quite a lot of the iron pieces now, so now all we have to do is very quickly come over to the Grand Exchange, go to the sets and hit pack set, and it'll pack all of them, no matter if you have 1,000 or if you have 1, it'll pack them all just in one click, which is pretty nice. Now we're going to go try and sell them off for about 1k each. We'll pop them in for 999, I think. And oh, it looks like we actually insta-sold some. Okay, so we're going to sell them hopefully for 1k overnight. So now what we're working on is cooking with the end goal of getting 55 cooking to make anchovy pizzas. So this first episode is trying out a lot of stuff. It's really important to find stuff that sticks, stuff that's actually going to be profitable. So level 55 we can make anchovy pizzas, which are the highest level F2P food for PKing. so it's always in demand, and not that many people fish anchovies, so sometimes you can get pretty good margins on the two. So we're starting off with, well, we did shrimp already, we're doing to trout, and then we're going to pretty much cook salmon, I think, all the way till 55, because salmon's actually profitable, and it's only a little bit less experience than tuna, and I don't want to waste any money. Okay guys, we're back cooking more salmon like always. We're just got another cooking level coming in, not bad. Now we can just cook a whole bunch of random bullshit that we don't actually need. So actually every batch of like 400 salmon I'm profiting like 5 to 10k off of, so not bad. Okay guys, there we go. There's level 55 cooking. Now we can make the anchovy pizza. And I think this is where I'm going to end it for today. So I haven't made a ton of money. However, once I sell all my sets, I should be around 100k at least. And well, I'm going to leave you with the suspense to know if next time I'll actually profit from the anchovy pizzas. Probably not that suspenseful. The first episode's obviously the slowest. I really have to level up some skills, find out what's going to work. I did try a little bit of the Wines of Zamorak. I'll throw some footage in the next episode just so you can see how futile it is. But yeah guys, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.